All right, man. Well, let's get into it. What up, everybody? Welcome back. It's the DBBC, the flyest, the
Yeah.
wildest, dopest book club there is.
Hey,
What's going on, y'all? I'm Champ.
what's up? I'm B.
I'm John, and we that book club of brothers that like to seek knowledge and politic about it, and let y'all in on some of the conversations. So, 48 Laws of Power is coming to a close.
Mm, mm.
Today, Law 46. Never appear too perfect. Appearing better than others is always dangerous, but most dangerous of all is to appear to have no faults or weaknesses. Envy creates silent enemies. It is smart to occasionally display defects and admit to harmless vices in order to deflect envy and appear more human and approachable. Only gods and the dead can seem perfect with impunity.
Yes,
Yeah.
I totally agree with that. I totally agree with that. You stirred up a lot of resentment, and you make people seem inferior when you do these type of things. It's kind of like you create more enemies in turn instead of creating friends. Envy is like that one emotion that no one like admits to, right? No one
Straight.
ever. Damn! I wish that was me.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one. That's the one people rarely. You know, I think women have a better. I think women do it a little bit better than men do. They have this, way that they can get that off without making it seem like a hater. You know, as maybe it's passive aggressive too, a little bit, but I think
Well, they are the inventors of shade.
they had this quote in the book. It said, "Only one no one confesses to," and I totally agree with that. How about y'all? What y'all feel about that?
Yeah, no, that's real. I definitely agree with that. I think and I want to say insecurities are close cousins
Mm,
because when you seem too untouchable or too perfect, it'll actually stir up some insecurities in the person who can be envious of you. You know what I mean? So it's just like that go hand in hand. So I definitely think and I also agree with what you just said, especially with the quote as well. So sometimes it's a hard pill to swallow because even if you're not trying to be or seem perfect, but because of the work that you do, you know what I mean?
yeah.
It can create enemies like, damn, what you think you too good for somebody or something like
Mm,
that? So, you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I definitely understand and feel that for sure. Jay, what you think?
When I read it, it made me think about not outshining the master, where it says never appear too perfect. Just being like if you at work, I think work for most adults is the one place where if you that one employee that always get their work done, your work is always right, people in the other cubicles is gonna feel some type of way about you. Or maybe a person who is seen as your superior, they will start to look at you some type of way like, damn, are they trying to come for my job? So it made me think about not outshining the master and then just reading the book, one of those one writings in red where it says it takes great it takes great talent and skill to conceal one's talent and skill.
For sure.
And
Yeah,
Mm.
for sure.
I think that's like really important because we live in a let me show you everything that I could do type of world. People want to pull out their phone for every single thing, and um, I think it not only does it take great talent and skill, but you got to be really comfortable in your own skin about it, like knowing you don't have to show everybody everything, which I think is important.
Yeah, yeah. And another
That's
thing that I noticed about this book, it always it often refers back to you paying attention to others and having selflessness. It's a lot of power in having selflessness, deferring to others instead of yourself. You know, I kind of look at it as somebody like in terms of leadership. I look at people like LeBron or like Michael Jordan, and how they, you know, that they're obviously the best players on the court, but they always have this way of getting everybody involved, facilitate to make the other people, you know, like I like when he had Kyrie, he did a great job at knowing when to defer,
Right.
and to, you got it. So I think that's why maybe he didn't have success on the teams like where he didn't win the championship, where, you know, or he I think a lot of it has to do with his or even like for example Cam Newton. That maybe that's on the reverse side. That's where he failed in New England. I think maybe he didn't do a good job of maybe toning it down a little bit and taking the back seat where he could have. Because he's a great leader. We've seen him play. We know he has the talent, but I think he let and, you know, I tread lightly with this too, but I think he probably could have deflected a little bit more, and may have made the situation better in that regard, or in New England.
So I got a question. Since we brought up LeBron and Jordan. So what about Kobe on the flip side? Because that automatically made me think maybe that's why it was kind of hard to get along with Kobe, because he wanted so much perfection. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, right.
You get what I'm saying? So that it kind of rubbed everybody the wrong way. It's like, bro, you know what I mean? You want too much. You want everybody to be perfect. And they talk about how much his work ethic was and how much he expected perfection from everybody. And if you wasn't perfect or aiming for the stars with him, then you was a bum.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you have to get up out of there.
Yeah. So, you know, so
in Kobe's favor,
yeah,
you know, I think he had to even when he had Shaq, I think he needed to, you know, he was the man, but he needed to defer in that situation with Shaq. In order to be a great leader, you have to be a great listener. You know, you got to take the seat back. Take that back seat sometimes.
Yes,
and
sir.
that doesn't mean that you're not in the lead, because, you know, bosses, at the end of the day, bosses don't drive. They sit the back of the back. You know.
That's real.
Just with the Kobe thing, I don't think it was so much that he wanted perfection. I think he wanted hard workers. And I think people who worked hard and paid attention to detail. Like, if you go on balls to the wall, I could see him accepting that over somebody who was lackadaisical and wasn't putting they all into it.
I can see that.
Because I don't think Kobe thought he was the perfect ball player. He worked hard to perfect his craft, which is two different things.
Agree.
A lot of people have missed that. But
that's true.
Digging back into this, it also made me think about the other laws. We've said this plenty of times, how they all work. If you're never appearing too perfect, you're saying less, and you're doing the reversal of courting attention at all costs, which we all felt some type of way about that law, court attention at all costs. And like, the way we was raised and where we come from, like, attention ain't something that you want all the time. And I think that if you are able to say less and to conceal your intentions, you'll be able to not appear to be so perfect.
Word.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true. That's true. Has anybody felt like they've used this law in their favor at one point, whether knowingly or unknowingly?
I definitely have. There's been instances where I've had to kind of tone it down a little bit, you know, for the sake of the progress of running the ship, you know. I've been supervisors at my job before, and I kind of have to. There's a balance in it all. You know, you don't ever want to seem like you're on the same level, but you also have to make it. You have to make yourself human. Like, you know, you have to. I make mistakes. You can't be. It's okay to make them. That's what they mean by like making yourself seem. You humanize yourself rather.
Yeah, approachable, and he one of us. He's just in a different. Yeah,
because it does something to the human nature. That inferiority complex will hinder a situation where you need others.
Yeah,
and the design and, you know, this whole thing of life, you need others. There's no, even if you are the king, there is no, you know, one superior in that regard. You know, you need others to help you get to that space. So it's kind of like a self-checker almost.
I love that you just said that, because I was just thinking checks and balances.
Yeah.
You need some checks and balances somewhere.
Sure.
And reading it, G, you had touched on envy, and how envy is like that one thing a lot of people don't want to talk about. And I just thought that that was like a big thing when you look at the transgression of the law with the two dudes, and the one who finally made it and the other one felt some type of way because his shit wasn't cracking. And he killed, I think that was lovers, if I'm not mistaken. And then with the observance with Cosimo, like, my man had no ego, and that's what was able to keep him to observe this law and to stay afloat. Like,
right.
I think it said it in the book, envy is a weed that should not be watered. And
yeah, because absolutely, yep, that's the one.
Uprooted.
Because now it grows. It's like you planting the seed of fuckery. You know, because that envy turns into greed, and that greed turns into hatred.
Come on, man. You know the steps of it. You've seen it done countless times and so many different experiences and facets and situations, for sure.
Envy can work both ways. It's a very fine line. It's like that thin line between love and hate. That's what it is.
Real shit.
Yeah.
I think it was in here too. Maybe in the Keys to Power. Where was it? If not, I got this one part where it says, money people can get. Like, a person can get money. They can get power as well. But having superior intelligence is like one of those things where if you just a great thinker, you a great thinker. You can try to teach somebody how to think.
Everybody don't have it. Something, you can't buy that.
Like good looks and charm. Like you got, some people who just don't have, I love this French word. They don't got no je ne sais quoi. They don't have it. It's just like you're dull. And
you got no swag, in other words.
No
word.
Yeah, you're dull. And that's that's a rough thing to try to turn down when you just got one of those likable personalities. You can't help who you are.
Charismatic
aspects.
Yeah, they call it the it. That's the it factor.
Yeah.
But they say it's in you, it ain't on you.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, that, and we never could really describe it. And the it factor is simply an indescribable trait. You know it when you see it. And when you see it, you know it, but you still can't really put your finger on it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't think I really enjoyed this, because I totally get why you don't want to seem like you got it all figured out. G, you good money over there?
Yeah, I couldn't. It was a little lag.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting on too.
Show goes on. We keep it rocking. We're gonna do what we gotta do.
Yeah.
So I can hear you. Yeah, there you go.
All right. All right.
Yeah. Usually when you feel when you appear too perfect or unapproachable, that usually follows by people think that you judging them all the time, and you know what I mean. Like it's too high of a criteria to uphold when you think, like when they think that you too perfect. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
then yeah,
Man,
that just
nobody
spiral into conspiracy and everything.
take back into grade school, man. Nobody wants the teacher's pet. Nobody likes the teacher pet. Nobody likes the goody two shoe who's not a who perfect with everything that they do. Nobody wants to be around that person. That person isn't fun to be around.
Indeed.
So yeah.
Word.
Any final takeaways on this one?
Yeah, man, don't be too good to to humble yourself, humble your spirit. It could take you a long way.
Yeah.
You know? So don't be smelling your own shit, thinking it don't stink.
Or as they say, don't be reading your own press.
Mm-hmm.
Word.
Keywords.
Noble.
I'll go with approachable. I'll take approachable. I like that.
I got balance. Voila. For y'all out there, that's Law 46. Talk to us. Tell us why you think it's not good to never appear too perfect. Or if you feel like you should appear perfect, I would love to know why. I'm sure we, G and B, feel the same exact way. So you already know what's up. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Share.
Hey,
Um,
meet us in the comments.
Other than that, you already know what the deal is. Blessings.
Love.
Peace.